Dear friends, please welcome on stage Anna Pasiou from Microsoft. She's a services support specialist, Central and Eastern Europe. And her talk will be titled, The Cloud Area Needs More Women. I couldn't agree more.
So good afternoon, everyone. Still awake? Good. Okay. So firstly, let me start off that women have always been in the computing industry. It's not something new. They've been around from the 1700s. Ada Lovelace, 1840, created the first algorithms. ENIAC, everyone knows what the ENIAC is? The first electronic computer. Guess who programmed that? 6 nice ladies did. But they were only recognized many years later. Okay? 1955, Annie Easley, first Afro-American computer scientist who joined NASA and worked on the Centaur project, which was for the rocket stage. So there's plenty around, and there were plenty around, but unfortunately, there was a decrease. In the late 20th century, lots of women stopped pursuing a computing degree, which is a shame, because now we're seeing the effect, meaning that in this room, we only have a few lovely ladies, and we should have more, as was spoken before. So due to this decrease, we see less in the workforce, and even less in leadership, which we need to improve, okay? So, cool. Oops, it went too fast. Cool. Okay, cool. For me, being cool is doing what you like, being real, and just going for it. Was I cool when I decided to move into computing? I think I was. And you know why? Because 13 years old, I first found out about computing. 13 years old, 1990, don't calculate, I'm 42 years old. Okay? So during my first computing lesson, first year of high school, teacher came in, gave us an exercise. And it was very simple. Write a code, and we outlined a cat moving a tail. Did I feel cool? Yes, I did. You know why? I finished first. I got the achievement and accreditation from my teacher, and I beat the boys. So I thought, I'm doing something good here. Okay? So through the years, I wanted to see whether it was something I would like to do or not, and I had the discussion with my parents. I think the power of the parents is very key, and that's why I'm being open here, because I want to intrigue the ladies in the room. Sorry about this, but I have the speaker thing in the back. And I want to give the guys some tips to support your wives, your daughters, your niece, your friends, your girlfriends, anyone in the office that needs your support, okay? Moving along, my parents did one thing, very good thing. They never told me it's a boy's thing. And they never told me, what are you going to do with such a degree, really, as a woman? So, did my degree, got into university. Walked into a nice amphitheater like this one, 2 ladies and the rest were boys. Did it matter, to tell you the truth? No, I had my confidence. I had sought my degree, I went into the challenge. Girls are just as smart as boys. And then we had no STEM program, so it's just Anna driving what she was saying all the time. Okay? So confidence got me. Last year of high school, I was offered a job opening before I finished my degree. So I finished my degree and had a job straight away in a big multinational IT company. And guess what? Being the only lady in a project or a team was not my thing anymore. It was like the default, and I was happy with it. The funny thing is, I joined the project team, and we had to install servers and configure them to be ready. I worked in a server room, so most of you know what a server room is all about. It's very cold and very noisy. So I worked for a week with codes in a server room, with my colleagues, screwdrivers, configuring the servers, putting them into the racks, network, all the stuff that you know is in the background. And the funny thing is, whoever walked into the server room would ask, so what are you doing here? And I'm like, what am I doing here? I'm working. It was still thought as a woman in a server room, but that's okay. So I continued my work. And as we move into careers, we start to talk about your strengths and weaknesses and competencies, mainly with the HR. So these are the things that I started off with when I started off my career very young. I put work-life balance down below because I referenced to a family. I wanted to have a family as well. I wanted to work and have a family. And why I referenced to it? Because I got caught thinking, okay, I'm in a position where I want to move, I want to change. It's difficult, and if I have a family, will it stop me in developing myself and going forward? And to tell you the truth, no. I continue to be myself, but I found new strengths which I need to work on. And that was visibility of my successes. Usually we're humble about our successes. We're like, your manager knows, your friends know, your team knows what you've done. But really, in order to go forward, and I don't say go brag about yourself daily of what I've done, but you need to expose your achievements and your successes. And this will enable you and be capable for someone else in another team, another manager, to understand what you can do. Believe in the position you applied. I laugh about this because I always was afraid to apply for a position. I had no experience. And then someone came to me and said, how can you gain experience if you don't try to apply for a position? And then they were pushing me, and I did it. So I do believe that we have our strengths with the capabilities that we can do. Managers, and when you apply to a position, will enable you to understand what you can do. Everyone has weaknesses. That's why we grow. That's why we develop, and we move on. So please never stop there. And the two next factors, I think, played a key role in the two above: mentorship and your network. Being a lady, I wasn't sure if I should do it or not. Will it break down any barriers? It's helpful. Mentorship, for me, has enabled me to discuss opportunities, situations, which I wasn't able to do with my manager. With your manager, you're sometimes stuck and you don't want to say it. But the mentor will guide you, provide you insights, and how you can walk forward. I chose two types. One, leadership, so I can understand what it means when you go up the scale. What's the differences there of what I do today? Plus, someone outside of my segment completely, of what I do, marketing, other teams. Because firstly, that's how you open your network, you meet new people, and they know what you're capable for. And when there's a positioning opening, it's much more easier to make the right conversation when needed. So having all this together was a good thing. But the last thing that I want to really keep an eye on is trade-offs. As I said earlier, to make life, I wanted to have children, right? So the key trade-offs for me, and it's every woman's decision, to be sure of what you're going to do. I decided to pause my career. I was moving positions. I said, OK, I'll just sit put for a while, have my children, and see what I'm going to do next. I am a mother of two children. Panagiotis is 12 and Paraskevi is 9. And when I was ready to make the move, I decided to do that. And I found an international position, the one that I have in Central Eastern Europe. So Central Eastern Europe means traveling. So I myself put more complexity into my life, to tell you the truth. So I was working, having a family, and decided to travel as well. Here is very supportive of my husband, who's not in the room now, unfortunately, my husband and my children. So my family enabled me to make it happen and has enabled me to stay in the position that I am. So it's a very key that you are cautious, you know what you want to do, and when you do it, believe in it and be proud of it. And opportunities are there always. When you want to find it, you'll find it. So these, with my existing ones, which I had, has made me the person I am today in Microsoft. And on a personal note, this is a nice drawing which drives me through the good and the bad days. And why I say that? And is one that decorates my refrigerator and the background of my laptop. Because this was given to me last summer by my niece. She came over and she gave me the drawing. She said, "This is for you." And I'm like, okay. I was a blondie last year, so that's why you see the picture as well. Now I've changed my hair. And I said, okay, so why am I Superwoman? And she's like, you know what? You work, you travel, you take care of the family, you play basketball. So when I don't travel, I try to play basketball as well. And this triggered off that I had just inspired a young woman to understand that anything is possible, okay? And that felt really good inside of me, and that's why I expressed to every woman, you have to go for it on your own. We're in a world where we have digital transformation and artificial intelligence is here. It doesn't mean that we have to stick into computing to make it work for the cloud era. Computing is in healthcare, it's in the retail, it's anywhere, it's everywhere. We need more women in the leadership roles for that reason, and not because we need women to be there, it's because they are capable to do it and they can do it. So, my key bullets now for everyone: be bold, be brave, be brilliant in what you do, because your capabilities can get you where you need to get to, and always be cool. Thank you very much.
Anna, don't go.
Oh,
don't go.
Okay,
Don't
I'll come
don't
back.
go.
Where are you?
I'm coming down.
Oh, there you are. Okay.
So, do we agree we need more girls in the cloud? Or working in the cloud industry, right? I think I could agree with that as well. But can I ask some of the very significant challenges that girls who cloud or girls who code might have in an environment like this, which is like a 95% testosterone environment?
I think that for me, because I'm very...
We need to go up on the stage,
Let's
apparently.
go upstairs.
And I will stand up there and nod knowingly, as if I know what you're talking about. That will look good on my profile later on.
Okay. Due to my character, I never doubted myself, even when I was with men, or boys, as you can say it. We usually get into we draw back when you go into work, because you think, I'm not capable, the boys are better than me, I'm not going to ask for a raise, because I should be given it by default. Life is not that easy. Mm-hmm. We need to push for what we want. The boys do it very well. Girls are more reluctant in doing it.
They're more alpha males, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So they're more reluctant. So what I would say is be always positive, and what you ask for, put your foot down and get it done. If you retract for any reason, you fall into the trap.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And I'm seeing Microsoft doing quite a lot of things around kind of youth coding and all the rest of that. So it's really important that I guess you guys and girls who have sons and daughters, perhaps in the STEM classes or even beyond the STEM classes, because right now STEM classes are something in between coding and not coding. If we look at the kind of the Blockly type programming stuff, that we encourage the kids to, and especially the girls, to get more engaged in the engineering side of things, the software engineering. Mm-hmm. Cool. Well, thank you very, very much, Anna. I just wanted to kind of throw that one or two questions. And say again? Oh, we have more online? We do. Okay. What if you were offered a position outdoors? Do you believe you can achieve similar goals in Greece? Outdoors?
I play football as well,
outdoors. The great outdoors.
Outdoors?
For example, working for National Geographic or something.
If you offered a position,
making documentaries amongst lions and lionesses.
I don't understand.
Speaking about lionesses, I wonder, do you guard your code like a lioness guards her cubs? That's an interesting thing to see when a woman feels threatened, like, you know, the fangs come out, the claws come out, and you know.
We get angry with the wrong situation sometimes.
Sure,
we need to get more strong in the workforce. I don't understand the question. What if you were offered a position outdoors?
I think they mean beyond Greece. Am I right? Yeah.
My current position today is international. I don't work for the Greek sub for Greece. I work for Central Eastern Europe, so I cover more than 32 countries, and I travel a lot. Okay, and I'm based in Greece, and I decided not to move the family elsewhere because I can, because I really want to support Greece. And just so that everyone knows, in case you haven't searched me up yet, I've been born and raised in Australia, and I came to Greece by my parents 15 years old. So I came here, continued education in the UK, left UK to come back to Greece.
You have lost both your Australian accent and you have a little bit of a UK accent or a little bit of UK ending of the word.
So I've been around, and I've consciously decided to stay in Greece to make it happen.
So I think what the question is alluding to is that conditions in Greece for women in the industry are different or more challenging. Would you ladies agree? I'm looking at a couple of ladies in the...
My first
or
job...
maybe I'll look at some other ladies at the top.
My first job in the international company was in London. So I was the only girl in the project team in London, which you would think have developed faster.
Do you believe the decline of number of women is because computer science is not interesting to them or due to a more toxic work environment?
I'm going to be open now, and excuse me if you don't, but I think it's the toxic environment.
The toxic environment.
Only because when the decline did start at the late 20th century, oh my God, you know what I mean? It's because the software development, now I'm going to put Microsoft here into the spot, but the software industry came up, and it was stereotyped that it's cool for only men to write software. And that's where I think we lost it there. Because women were placed in the IT because men were making the hardware, the tough stuff. When that changed around and the men were put into the software industry, that's where we lost the direction and the ladies stepped back.
Okay. Anybody else have another question before I release? I see big thumbs up over there, thumbs up. Okay. One more question. Why do you think that girls don't choose the engineering career?
Because we don't have enough mentorship to make the girls believe that there is something next. That's why I stand up, that's why I'm here today, because we really need the ladies who are already in the engineering environment, the computing environment, the IT environment, to show that we can do it. If they see that we are here, more will go towards that. And through the right STEM projects, as you said, we can make it happen. And it's not just the girls and boys thing. When there's a position, in my mind, the best should win, independent of whether it's a girl or a boy. But we need to have the diversity in the environment because of artificial intelligence and the way computing is going forward.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Thank you, Anya. Thank you very much for all that.
Thank you.
Okay.